Hi, I'm Vahid Razavi with Ethics in Tech. I'm here with Fiona McEvoy from You the Data. Fiona is an AI researcher, writer, and she consults with various companies around the issues of AI and ethics. Fiona, thanks so much for being here.
No, thank you very much for inviting me. It's been great.
So we'd like to learn a little bit about the work that you do, specifically the speaking engagements. What is it that you try to instill in the companies and organizations that you work with?
So primarily I'm a researcher and a blogger. So I come from actually a philosophical background. So I studied tech ethics in kind of the purest form, kind of ethical theory, if we want to think about it that way. And then I began blogging about the things that were around me. I studied in San Francisco, and it seemed obvious to me to apply some of these ethical theories to some of the things that are being created and produced in the area. So I began blogging. I still do research now, and I present academically. And as you say, I do occasionally speak with companies who are looking to think about what they should be thinking about in terms of ethics, like how they can build that into their products, how they can build it into their principles, and going forward protect themselves to a degree against accusations of being unethical in their conduct, but also make sure that their products have positive impacts on the world.
So that's awesome. In regards to the work that you do, I'm curious how it applies to employees in the tech sector. Projects like Maven that Google pulled out of was something that everybody heard about. So there's a role for employees to play in regards to their employers' decisions and various projects that they're involved with. So what would you say to employees working in the tech community that have questions in regards to various projects and whether or not they should be engaged with them?
I think there's a huge education piece here. Anybody who makes or creates or engineers or programs has to some extent some kind of ethical responsibility to think about how their products and the projects that they're working on are going to impact individuals and society and potentially globally. And obviously if there are questions that are occurring, then I think it's important that employees vocalize these things. Increasingly in these companies, there are mechanisms that are there to listen to, questions that are arising, hesitations that are emerging as people build new things and create new things in the world that are essentially fresh ideas that have been untried and untested. So I would say to employees, if you will have hesitations about how the things that you're working on are going to impact people, societies, communities, children, adults, whatever it may be, then to be vocal in the environment that you're in to raise these concerns, because actually it's incredibly important. We as ordinary citizens don't have the power to raise the alarm in that way. So actually we're looking to people who work in the industry to be our advocates or to act on our behalf.
Absolutely. Fiona, in regards to ethics in tech, as you know, we're a new organization. I just shared our mission and what it is that we stand for with the audience here tonight and left it for feedback from experts such as yourself, the community at large, the people that work for the tech industry, the people that invest in the industry. So what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on ethics in tech as a nonprofit and how we can, make a difference?
I think one of the things you said there was really important. We're all experts, right? We all interact with technologies. We're all affected by technologies. They affect us at work, at play, in our homes, in our relationships. And so we all have something to say and an opinion on them. And it's important what you're doing is actually gathering people together and listening to those opinions. Everybody who was here tonight was here kind of in their capacity as private citizens who are concerned about technology and how it will affect us in the world. And it's important, you're gathering those opinions, you're listening to those opinions, you're distilling them. And I think there isn't enough of that. And you're kind of filling that hole in the market for throwing the conversation wide open and listening to, quote unquote, ordinary people and the reservations that they have about how the world is changing.
Well, I really appreciate the time you took to come to our panel and have a discussion with us this evening. Thanks so much for all the advice and wisdom that you shared. We hope to see you in future panels, and we wish you, the data, much success.
Thank you very much, and to you.
Thanks.